Καλή χρονιά από εμάς στο Sportal. Κλείσαμε με μια μεγάλη συνέντευξη του Αχιλλέα Μαυροδόντη. Τώρα ήρθε η ώρα για μια επίσης σπουδαία, γιατί έχουμε έναν τρομερό, φοβερό, μπορούμε να πούμε πολλά για αυτόν τον παίκτη, αλλά καλύτερα να σας τα πει ο ίδιος. Μαζί μας ο Μάικ Τζέιμς. So Mike, thank you very much for being here with us with Euroleague. Happy New Year. And we will go right up to the questions because we have some easy ones, some, let's say, more difficult, so we have many things to discuss. Let's start with something easy. What does Greece mean to you after 3 times that you've played here?
I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite European countries for sure. I just enjoy being around in the weather, obviously, and the food, and just kind of being in close proximity to the beach. I enjoy being here. I enjoy just a lot of things about the culture and everything.
What does Βασίλης Σπανούλης means for you, and what does Δημήτρης Διαμαντίδης means for you?
You know, just being a basketball person that I am, and just studying. Just trying to study each era and just try to watch as many people as I can. Just watching them and how they work and just how they performed in games and how they navigated through games is just something special. And obviously, it just proves who they are. And just hearing stories about how they worked, it's just nice to be around.
I have a question that I believe that every single person in the entire Europe wants to ask you about your good friend Kέβin Ντουράντ. Will you convince him to close his huge career in Euroleague?
I think when he said that, I think that was just kind of, it got made to be something bigger. I doubt he'll ever play here, to be honest. I think that he just you know, like all of us sometimes we get caught in the moment and just enjoying where you at, and he just probably just said something, but I doubt he'll ever be here.
You're one of the best scorer in the history of Euroleague, and the only excuse for them who don't want to put you in the situation, in the conversation about the top 5 of all time, is the fact that you don't have a trophy. What do you have to say about that?
You know, I think rankings are subjective or just, you know, everybody has their own opinion about them, so, you know, if that's what they have to say about it, then, you know, who am I to argue with them? I think that, you know, winning always takes more than one person, and it's a lot of other factors in a season. I think getting lucky helps, and injuries and things of that nature. And it also speaks to monuments that a number 1 seed's never won. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of things that go into it. I think I just haven't gotten lucky enough to win one yet, but hopefully it's coming soon, and hopefully, you know, I can break down that wall.
Your name was written here in Greece like 1,000 times during the summer. Can you clarify what actually happened between you and Olympiacos?
I think that it was like just interest, I guess. I think obviously Greece being the place it is, it's a basketball country, so just anything that has to do with basketball, I think it kind of gets blown out of proportion. I was never out of contract with Monaco, so you know I don't know, like, you know, I don't know what the avenues was or what was going on or what was being written every day. Obviously I have a Greek agent, so I kind of know, but like I said, I was always a Monaco player. I never really got out of the contract, or like they never cut me, or I never like left or any part of that. I was always under contract there and was always in Monaco. So I guess, you know, rumors happen in Greece, and then I think Greek people in general get excited and just talk around, and then that's how papers and everything happens. So you know, that's basically what happened.
So you, just to clarify and to make everything clear, you never spoke with Bαρτζώκα or anyone from the Olympiacos team?
I mean, I have friends on their team. Like, I talk to Milutinov like once a week. So, I mean, is that what you mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, I think, like I'm saying, I think some things was kind of just happened. Like, I seen Thomas probably like 2 or 3 times this summer. I think we just kind of kept running into each other. We ran each other at in a Houston airport one time and sat down and just, you know, had a drink or 2. But, you know, I think that you know, I respect Olympiacos and what they're doing, and I don't know if that's what my future holds for me, but I mean, you know, they got a great organization, they do great things, and they play hard. And obviously, I respect Coach Bardzoka a lot. I think that we've talked before about different teams before, about the possibility of that, and I think that might be a mutual interest in the future, who knows, but yeah, I think, like I said, I was always a Monaco player, so I think things get started when things get started fast, and you know.
We've seen after the game in the first round against Olympiacos that you ran after Coach Bardzoka, as we can say, but you didn't actually run after him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you poke him in order to say hi to him and hug him. Can you tell us about your relationship with him outside of the court, of course?
Yeah, I got asked this somewhere else. I think somebody mentioned it where I did the same thing to Saras.
In Twitter many times, I'm sure.
Yeah, to Saras. And I think I've just been in the league so long, and you talk to so many coaches just through free agencies, or just, you know, you see people all the time. I mean, it's a job where coaches is kind of a carousel and players are kind of a carousel. So you know, you see people so much, and you try to, you know, speak to them. You compete against them, but you always, you know, you're a human first. So try to keep a good rapport with basically everybody, and speak to everybody. And obviously, I have a great deal of respect for Coach Bardzoka to get back to that, and just you know, make sure you know, good game, good sportsmanship, and move on.
Okay, you are under contract now, but would you consider in the future coming to play again for a Greek team? Because as you said, you love the country, the weather, the whole situation here.
I think this is my last year under contract with Monaco, and we haven't talked about extension or anything like that. So I guess obviously if that continues that way, or we don't get something done, or whatever the case may be, you know, in free agency, Greece is always a place that I like, and you know, I always try to choose places that I like to live and try to enjoy, just because, you know, that's part of actually living in the country, just enjoying where you're at and not having to like I'm leaving practice, I don't really like where I'm at, and just having a good feel about it. So yeah, I mean, Greece is always towards the top of my list as far as like playing destinations and living wise. So it kind of makes it, I think, for me, it's a little bit more controversial to, you know, because there's really only two teams here, and then, you know, I kind of got to deal with one side or the other. But yeah, to answer your question, I do enjoy Greece, and I try to keep that in mind if I'm ever put in that situation.
During the summer, the president of Panathinaikos posted an Insta story about you, and actually, I remember it was like Mάικ Τζέιμς really, or something like that. And because we know that you used to have a great relationship, he changed the ticket for you after your championship here in order to stay for the celebration. What's your comment about the whole situation with the president of Panathinaikos?
First of all, we still have a great relationship. I do want to say that. I didn't see it at first. I think my agent sent it to me, and I'm not with people that I respect and that I have a relationship with. I'm not like a big. I didn't want to make it like a go back and forth on the internet thing, if that makes sense. Like obviously, he didn't like some things that were going around, and obviously when all those rumors were going around, I kind of figured he would have something to say about it, just because of our relationship and just the avenues that it's taken. So after that, we had a conversation. I just kind of told him what was going on and what, like, you know, the real side of my story or whatever. And I think relationships are built on mutual respect, and I think he respected just me, you know, being upfront with him and telling him what was going on and telling him what actually was happening. And, you know, I think we still have a good relationship. I saw him in the game at Pana.
That was my next question, if you talked to him.
Yeah, we hugged each other, had a talk, and, you know, asked about his family and stuff like that. So, you know, me and him are good. We've always been good, and I hope to be good in the future still.
Many says that if you weren't in Monaco, the team wouldn't be in the level that of the competition that it's today, being in Final Fours and playoffs and all that. What's your comment about that?
I have a few things to say. I think one person doesn't make a team, to be honest. But you know, you take any other better players off a team, and you'll see a decline. Like for example, Jordan's not played that many games this year, and I think we've taken a little decline just because, you know. And so I mean, that just happens. I think if you take somebody off a team, you take a big player off a team, they're not going to be as good. That's just simple math.
A former teammate of yours is asking if you could consider getting him on the team. His name is Gianni Burúsi.
Giannis can't play no more, man. He'll probably do good just for a couple trips up and down, but then after that it'll be over. He'll be out of breath. He can't play no more.
And just two last questions from the fans. First of all, Vitoria, Monaco, Athens. In which city would you consider living after basketball?
None of them. I don't want to live nowhere in Europe after basketball. I want to go home. I spent enough time here.
And the last question, when you were in Kolossos, in Rhodes, would you imagine your career having this course and being one of the elite players in Euroleague?
I think that no. Not because I didn't believe in myself, it's just my knowledge of Euroleague wasn't up to the level to have that type of an opinion about myself. I think I was kind of oblivious to what was going on. That was my first time like really being around other EuroLeague teams and understanding what's what. But no, the short answer is no.
Thank you very much, Mike.
No problem.
Αυτός ήταν ο Μάικ Τζέιμς, μια απολαυστική συνέντευξη για το EuroLeague, για το Sport.gr. Μείνετε συντονισμένοι, καλή σας συνέχεια και ευχαριστώ πολύ.